Welcome back, everybody, to episode 12 of Worldwide Rush African Start. The goal today is going to be, first off, to get every last country. So we're going to click on Singapore here. We're going to put a hub down in there. I'm hoping this is the last country, because if it isn't, I honestly don't have a sweet clue where we need to look next. So Georgetown is actually on the same island. So let's go with the Halti. Let's build a road, because I kind of like the idea of roads here and there. Let's put 4 buses total. So Singapore also wants to go to Battambang. Okay, that's going to be an airplane situation. Let's go with the 390 transporter. And we'll put 3 total on there. So unlock a new country is still up. So there's still got to be another country that we didn't do. Honestly, I don't know what country it could be. I don't know if there's some tiny, like, super tiny nation somewhere. I really don't know where that country would be. Is, like, Taiwan separate? No. Is there, like, Hong Kong or Macau? Anything like that? Maybe. Doesn't look like it. Wow. Where would the country be? Anyways, like, what could it be? It's got to be some island country. Surely there's got to be a way of getting around that and figuring out what country it is. Like, there has to be, right? It's got to be. I don't know. I may have to, like, look up online a list of countries just to figure out what it could be. Because I was really hoping when I clicked on Singapore there that was going to do it. Is there anything else here? Like East Timor or anything? No. I don't know. If you know what it is, please tell me. I'd love to know. It's like I need a hint, you know? There should be a button here that says like hint or whatever. Okay, so in the meantime, we'll leave that be. Let's go to Kenema. Has a direct path to Abidjan. And it has a 340 Express. Let's upgrade that. And let's buy a couple other ones. And hopefully that will help take care of that. Oh, and it did. That's good. Now, Busan, Pyeongchang has a direct path. Okay, let's click on this. Actually, yeah, there we go. Let's upgrade them all to 390s. That will give us 5 extra passengers. Or we could do let's do the A300. How about that? That should help. Sansun Tepak is overcrowded. They want to go to Bilwi. Let's see what's going on. We have 340s. Let's bump them up to 390s. And let's buy another one. And see if that makes a difference. Now, Joao Pessoa wants to go to Maceo. I'm definitely saying that wrong. I get that. I get that I'm saying it wrong, but I just don't know how to say it properly. So let's buy a couple more Halties. So hopefully that will help that out. San Jose wants to go to San Pedro Sula. Okay, we can do that. So San Jose is there. San Pedro Sula. Let's go by airplane. We have our roads down anyway, so we're good. 390 transporter. Click on that. A couple more. Okay, Vienna wants to go to Debrecen. It says it has a direct path. And all of our buses are just garbage. Just absolute garbage. So there we go. We bumped them up. Now, Villahermosa wants to go to several places. So let's start with Guatemala City. So let's do the 390 transporter on that. 1, 2, 3. And then Villahermosa also wants to go to Tapachula. It's almost like I didn't see this was a new city, I think is what's going on here. Tapachula. We could do bus, but let's do the transporter. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now, Kampala wants to go to Mebarera. And no doubt they downgraded their buses for reasons that I really do need to look into. If anyone knows, please speak up and let me know. Ahmednagar wants to go to this place I cannot say. And they also drop down the vehicle, which is not good, especially in India where there's like tons of people. Like why would you be dropping down our vehicle? So back over here to this city we worked on a while ago. I don't see why we couldn't do this. You know what? Let's just to help the situation out. Let's go ahead and put a train down. Do we need one? Yeah, maybe not. Let's build rails, create, and let's put a couple trains down. Maybe that'll help things out a little bit. Ahmednagar is having a hard time getting to the city. We can't say. Not because it's a secret. We just literally can't say it. And we can maybe do another halty. The other thing we could do is do a bus. Or sorry, not a bus, a train. Let's build rail, create. There we go. The minute we did create, that kind of opened things up a little bit. Now, just trying to think where else. There's got to be some island in the middle of nowhere. There has to be an island somewhere. That's the problem. Like I said, I may literally need to look up islands. Okay, we got Japan. I don't know if there's any other islands out here. That's all. Some of that's Russia, some's US. Hawaii is not its own thing. Okay, so we're over here in Jacksonville. So Jacksonville itself will add a manager to there. Okay, so Jacksonville wants to go to Columbia, which is way up there. And let's do halties. I want to build some roads here. There, we'll get a couple halties going on. Now, I assume they're going to want to go south as well. Port St. Lucie, of course they do. Let's go halty on this too. There we go. Now, Jan Kunis is having a hard time getting like a bunch of different places, honestly. But Port Louise, so it wants to go to Port Louise. Okay, so let's start with that. Port Louise is 6,000 kilometers. So the first airplane that can go that far would be a Stratus. Let's do that. Then also, Jan Kunis wants to go to Ganja. Probably going to be far away as well. Ganja is 1,500. Okay, that's not too bad. So this one we can go a 390. Let's throw, let's say 3 of them down. Santo Domingo wants to go to Basseterre. I don't see why not. Let's throw this down. 776. Put a couple planes down there. Now, Belmopan wants to go to San Pedro Sula. It does have a direct path. And it's got a terrible bus on it. Let's go halty. Let's buy another one. See if that worked. Donetsk wants to go to Berdiansk, and probably the buses got downgraded because that makes complete sense. So then that way we have to keep upgrading them all the time. There we go. So back to looking for, okay, Pressov needs to go to Debrecen, and it's also not doing good because once again it lowered the bus level. Interesting. Kingstown wants to go to Bridgetown. Okay, that's fine. Kingstown there wants to go to Bridgetown, which is quite close by. So let's do a boat. We could go with Silver Horizon. How about that? And we'll do 2 of them. Now, means we're here. Let's just check this situation out. Is there any other islands that we missed somehow? Just trying to stretch my knowledge of geography and see if I missed something. I don't think so. I really don't. I think we got it all. Some of these islands are really parts of bigger countries. I don't think so. No, I think we got everything here. And okay, so Georgetown, Paramaribo, they put the bus level down. So we'll buy another bus. There you go. So San Jose wants to go to Bilwi, but that's not working so good. Once again, they drop the level of the bus down. See if that helps. So I don't know. It's really, I have a funny feeling it's someplace in the Pacific Ocean. I just don't know. I like really. New Zealand's there. So we got Samoa, we got Tonga, Fiji, Solomon Islands, we got Vanuatu, we already got Bismarck Sea, we got Micronesia. It's a bunch of islands here, but it doesn't look like any of them I can click on. The Marshall Islands, is that a thing? Oh, look. Oh. Nice. Okay, we still didn't get all the countries. Like, you're serious. Okay, well, we can do this one anyways. Majuro wants to go to Yeren. So let's put some transporters down there. 1, 2, 3. Then Majuro next wants to go to South Tarawa. And let's do the 390 transporter again. We'll just put, yeah, there we go. So we got that. So is there any other random country over here while we're at it? Sometimes you gotta zoom in pretty good to get a good view. Maybe over here. Is there anything over here? No. What is this anyways, these areas? There's some boats going through the Philippine Sea. Anything over here? Okay, Cape Coral. Let's go ahead. Really heavy on Florida here for some reason. So Cape Coral wants to go to Miami and St. Lucie. So Miami, we'll put a halty down, build the road. That's a really odd road. It's kind of weird how it's doing that. They want to go to Port St. Lucie. We'll do the same thing. Create. Oh, they didn't make a better road. That's probably not great. Let's do a train over the Port St. Lucie. How about that? So if we look for, oh, that's a really odd train there too. So San Jose, still having a problem getting the Bilwi. So maybe if we add another halty, that'll help. Then Port St. Lucie is having a problem getting the West Palm Beach. Port St. Lucie is, okay, where's West Palm Beach? Right there. We need a vehicle. Let's go halty. Okay, there we go. Kumasi has to run the Abidjan, but someone downgraded all our buses. Tapachula no longer has one going to Guatemala City, which makes 0 sense whatsoever. So we'll put a halty down there. Valletta is having a problem getting the Benghazi. So let's upgrade our planes to 545. There we go. I'll put a third one down. Kibuye wants to go to Kigali. I think they're pretty close to each other, aren't they? So we just need better vehicles. Here we go. We had a third halty. And then Vaduz is wanting to go to Stuttgart, but for some reason my vehicles got downgraded. There really has to be something that I can click to lock that in. It's really annoying. Pretoria, Santiago del Cuba actually do have a route. So maybe we need to buy another one? 300 million? That's like a lot of money for one airplane. Abidjan. We have 4. Like, honestly, how much more could we want? What's going on with this little button here? Oh, maybe we need to... do we need the indirect capacity? So maybe we need to add something that allows our capacity to be up higher. Okay, let's try this. We just put a hotel down. Did that help? Okay, it may have. So Zwedru is not the greatest. Let's bump that up to a halty. And let's add another halty there. New city's available in Tampa. Okay, we can do that. So Tampa. All right, Tampa wants to go to Jacksonville. So let's put rail down here. But also I want to do a bus. So let's select the halty, which is way up here. Build a road. Create. So then Tampa also wants to go to Cape Coral. So Tampa, the Cape Coral, pretty close. We could do a halty right there. Couple buses. Then I think we want to go with a train and see what happens there. Build a rail. There we go. Boom. So Kumasi still having a hard time getting to Abidjan. Indirect traffic is overwhelming us. Okay, let's see. Gotta let that hover there a bit longer. I don't know. It looks like my buses are moving and they're making money, so I don't know. Wechi wants to go to Barrie. Says it has a direct path. Definitely want to upgrade them to a halty. Could buy a third one, no problem. Posadas, Pedro Juan Caballera. And we could bump that up a little bit and buy another one and maybe even another one. So we have 3. So as far as looking for this elusive country here, let's see. While we wait for more things to kind of get overwhelmed here. Just trying to think where else there would be something. We're just running up the coast of the US, which I don't believe there's anything. We're kind of coming straight down now. And I don't see hardly anything. There is a few outcroppings there. Nothing major. French Polynesia. There's nothing there we can really click on. No, nothing here. There's lots of little like atolls, which are like very shallow islands, but nothing to get excited about. If we come straight down, we're almost probably in Antarctica right now. Well, we weren't that close, I guess. So if we come over here and then go up, see what we could... Okay, anything there? Nope. We got to be able to find this somehow. Just trying to think where else there could be like an island within an island. Or an island within a country. Country within a country. Don't know what that is right there. It's something, but... Okay, maybe it's connected to Hawaii, but I don't think so. So if we come back down here... Here in Solomon Islands. Doesn't look like there's anything there. I don't know. We're not making any progress on that front, I don't think. New Caledonia, there's nothing really right close by there. Norfolk Island, can we click on that? No. Auckland, New Zealand. Anything under here? No. Okay, well, let's go to Khulna. We'll do this in the meantime. Khulna, where is this? Bangladesh, I believe. I believe it's Bangladesh. Khulna wants to go to Sylhet. So we can do that with a halty, build a road. There we go. Put a couple buses down. No. Khulna also wants to go to Calabang. And we'll go to 390 transporter for that. Oops. Oh, wow. I don't know what just happened there. I really don't know what happened. Okay, let's click on that. Buy a vehicle, 390. Buy a vehicle, 390. There we go. Now, Kumazi, still having a hard time getting the Abidjan. It's not getting any better. So maybe we just need to do something completely different, like rail. Okay, let's build rail. Let's put rail down. Maybe that'll help. It looks like it did, actually. Now here, we could buy another halty, possibly. Abuja, having a hard time getting the Calabar. It has a direct route, though. Oh my goodness, that is a terrible, terrible bus. Okay, there. We get 3 halties on the go. Now Abuja also having a problem getting the Bemenda. It does have halties though. I don't know. Let's maybe we'll put like a plane down. See if that helps anything. So 390 transporter. Put a couple of them. That might help things out. Now, is there any other rando islands here? Okay, Sao Tome. Okay, it definitely needs a hotel to increase our capacity. There we go. Is there anything up here along the edge? Cape Verde, we have... Did we say the Azores? Azorian Islands? I guess you can't click on them. Madeira, nothing. Canary Islands, apparently we can't click on them. I'm trying to think, maybe there's something in the sea here. Balearic Islands, no. Corsica, no. Sardinia, no. Sicily, we already did Malta. Oh, nothing there. Crete. Can't click on Crete apparently. Aegean Sea, no. Rhodes, that's part of Greece. We already got Cyprus. Beirut. Looks like Beirut also needs a hotel to increase our indirect capacity. Don't see anything else in here that's obvious. I don't know that there's anything else here. You zoom in on these. Doesn't look like... Okay, Puebla. So this would be in Guatemala. We'll hire a manager. Now, Puebla wants to go to Belmopan. Actually, this is in... Wait. Puebla. That's far enough. Actually, it's in Mexico, isn't it? Puebla's in Mexico. So let's go to the transporter. And then Puebla also wants to go to Guatemala City, which we could do rail. Let's do rail. And then let's also do Guatemala City by halty, by bus. Okay. So then we can click on Abuja. Is Bemenda. That should eat down eventually. Okay, Juan Kunis wants to go to Beirut. They probably just, dumb down the plane or the buses for reasons I don't think I'll ever understand. Mandalay's overcrowded. It wants to go to Doha. Okay, we can do that. So where's Doha? Down there, 4,000. Okay, so we need a pretty good airplane that's going to go there. Need to go with a 900 at least. We're interested in Marshall Islands, City Group, Bissau. Wants to go to Kenema. probably just doesn't have a good enough bus system. Let's see, we want all of our buses to be Halties. And it's a little long, so I mean we could always go by airplane as well. 390 transporter. There you go. Maybe that'll help. So Bioko, nothing there. I don't think there's any other islands off the southern end of Africa. Is there anything else over here in the sea? We got Reunion, we got Seychelles, we got Mauritius. I think we got all that. Socotra, no. Arabian Sea, I don't think there's anything out in the middle of that. We got Maldives. Oh, is there anything here? No, there's an island, but nothing that will be anything. Down there, we're talking Antarctica, which it won't let us do. Coming up here by Australia. I don't think there's going to be anything, but we'll look around. Christmas Island, nope. Won't let us do anything there. It definitely wants a new country unlocked, unless there's some glitch. Anything here? Nope. Nicobar Islands, Andaman Islands, nothing. There's an island there, nope. Bay of Bengal, doesn't look like there's anything there. Just kind of zooming down around here, down by Laos. Don't see anything. Nothing there. Strait of Malacca. We already did Singapore. So there's nothing there. Did we do Papua New Guinea? I don't really remember doing that. Bali Sea. Did we do Bali? I don't remember doing Bali either, actually. Where is Sea? I don't know. I know this is going to be boring if I keep doing this, but I'm sorry. I'm just really trying to find this elusive country that somehow I've missed, or territory. Dili's there. The Banda Sea, Gulf of Bonny, Gulf of Tommy, or Tomi, however you'd say that, I guess. It's not here, not there. Honestly, I don't know. I'm starting to lose hope here that we're going to figure it out. Here we're up in the Philippines. Is there any other random countries up near the Philippines that we don't know about? I don't think there is. Malaysia, maybe these islands above Malaysia. Nope. They don't seem clickable. That guy's not clickable. Gulf of Thailand. None of these seem like they're separate countries or anything. Come up around the edge of China. Is there anything that seems doable? Doesn't really seem like it. Can't click on that. This, no. It's funny Macau's not here, or Hong Kong. Like, that would be something I would have thought would be an obvious one, but clearly there isn't. We're almost right up by Russia at this point, yeah. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there. There's islands, but they're parts of those other countries. Okay, well, we can go to Bhavnagar. We'll click on this. And they are BHV, or BHA, I guess. Bhavnagar wants to go to Surat. Very close, so it's got to be over here somewhere. Okay, right there. They're both. We could do this by boat, actually. Let's do a Silver Horizon. Oh, we can't. It won't let us. Okay, well, we could do Halti then. Let's do that, I guess. Halti. There we go. Bhavnagar. Also wants to go to Kulna, which is a little bit further away. We could go 390 on that. Click it. Two of them. Perfect. So my cup is crowded. They want to go to Damascus. Okay, we can do that. So Damascus is right here. Probably 390. Put a couple of them down. There we go. Monaco is overcrowded. They want to go to Marseille. And we could do not the TN. I like the Halti better for some reason. So we could do a couple of them. Ivina Yang wants to go to Sao Tome. And let's just upgrade this to the 390. How about that? That will give us a little bit more, and we'll buy another one. Then St. John's is overcrowded. They want to go to Basseterre. And we definitely should upgrade this to 390, I'd say. And then even buy another 390. And then Bamenda wants to go to Yaoundé. And it's overcrowded. Let's bump them all up to Halties. Now, Bamenda has a problem. They need more indirect capacity. So we'll put a hotel down. Now, Nis wants to go to Tirana. There is a direct line, but it's filled with horrible buses. So we'll go with that. See if that helps anything out. And I'm really stumped. I'm really stumped. Like, unless Rome exists in here somewhere, and I didn't see it, I'm just trying to think. We got San Marino right there. I don't know if there's some other, like, tiny landlocked country somewhere. Or city-state even. I just really don't know what we might have possibly missed. We have everything in Africa as far as I know. We've got lots of island nations. I don't know what else we could have missed at this point. I'm going to have to do some kind of research. If you know what I missed, please feel free to tell me what I may have missed here. I know we got Nepal. I don't know if China's got any hidden cities within it. Okay, the Philippines, we didn't necessarily analyze all around here. We could. We got Laoag. We already did that. I don't know if these other places above it. No. They look like they're all part of the Philippines. Down here. Well, you know what? I'm stumped. Just completely stumped. Bismarck Sea, let's get rid of that. Doesn't look like anything else here can be clicked on. Lay. These places here, no. Solomon Islands, no, they're already clicked on. Okay, well, let's go over to Charlotte. And Charlotte wants to go to Columbia. So that can be a halty situation. Build road. There we go. And Charlotte also wants to go probably somewhere farther away, Tampa. Okay, let's do that by airplane. 390. Put a couple of them down. St. John's. Still having a hard time getting the Basseterre. Maybe we need to upgrade these to the 300. How about that? And we'll throw in another one. Bamenda. Still struggling to get the Yaoundé. We could potentially do like a rail line maybe. Let's try that. Maybe that's what we need to do. Great. There we go. We got 2 rail lines going. Surat to Mumbai. Not doing great. Okay, it's because the buses suck. Faulty it is. Put a 3rd one down. Okay, Franceville to Brazzaville. It's probably the buses. Well, actually, it's not so bad. Let's try a rail. See what we can do here. Rail. That's really convoluted. Let's not do that then. Let's go airline. There we go. Kenema to Georgetown. Seems to be the issue. So probably needs another one. That helps. Bellinzona to Marseille is just bad. Very bad vehicle here. Here we go. Then Franceville, we already did. Montego Bay to Bilwi. Okay, that's a new one. To Bilwi. All right, let's put a 390 transporter on that. Put a couple of them down. So Surat is still having a hard time getting to Mumbai. And we could maybe put another halty down. The other thing we could do maybe here, and let's go ahead and do it. We'll go Surat, Mumbai, Ahmednagar, there. We'll make this rail. How about that? And maybe that'll help. Build rail, create. There, we'll put several trains on that. Maybe that'll help it a bit. Franceville to Brazzaville has direct path. Halty, it's doing fine. Let's click on that again. Let's look at the airplane portion. It's got the 390 transporter. We could probably bang another one off there. That may help out. You know, it's really frustrating that other country. Like, what is this country? Like, what? I should be able to click on this and there's some kind of like hint of what it is. You know what I mean? Wow. A ridiculous amount of overcrowding here. Okay, Hoffen wants to go Teslik. Okay, let's just upgrade all of these to 390s. That should help out. Kasai Oriental wants to go to Tampa. Okay, no problem. That is going to be pretty far away, so it's definitely going to be... In fact, let's just type it in. Is it Tampere? No, it's Tampa that they want to go to. Tampa. 11,000. Wow, that is crazy. So let's go a Sky Dancer. Down on that. Maceo wants to go to Banjul. Okay, that's a new one. Banjul's there. 3 something. Probably an Air 500 will work there. Back, we'll put 2. Natal wants to go to Banjul. So that we can do. Probably do the same thing. The 500. Couple of them. Erachidia wants to go to Puebla. So this is going to be another one that's like quite long. Puebla. Oof, wow, even longer than I was expecting. There we go. Put one of those massive planes on it. Kavad. Mababani. So let's see. Quad, the Mababani. It is, wow, 10,000. Okay, we'll go with the Aramera. 990. And we'll just put 1 because it's like ridiculously expensive. So Singapore to Pekanbaru. So that's pretty close right there. So let's just go with the 390 transporter. Put a couple of them down. That should take care of it. New city is available in Jingin Kula. And I'm sure I did not say that right, but Jingin Kula. Okay, it's right there. So it wants to go to Maralbeshi, which probably isn't doable by bus, no doubt. Where does it want to build? It wants to build somewhere, but it's not going to be good enough. Okay, so we'll go with 390. Put that down. Now, also, it wants to go to Gongliu, which is literally right on top of it there. So we can definitely go Halti for that. We'll put 2 buses down. Now, Franceville's overcrowded. Still really struggling to get the Brazzaville. Let's upgrade these again to 545s. How about that? And we'll buy another 545. So we got 4 of them, plus we got buses filled. Jacksonville wants to go to Orlando. Oops. Yeah, no problem. We can do that. So Jacksonville's there. Wants to get to Orlando. Oh, wait. There we go. So we'll do the Halti. Couple buses. So Orlando wants to get to Jacksonville. Well, that's going to be taken care of in a second. Columbia wants to go to Jacksonville. All right. Mr. Columbia wants to go to Jacksonville. And I think we can go Halti. Couple them. Cucuta wants to go to Medellin. Has a direct path. Really horrible buses, though. Just complete trash. We'll put 3 of them down. That should help. Now, Cucuta, is it having a hard time getting anywhere else? Yeah, it is. Panama. Okay, let's see. All right, we can upgrade this to the 390. And we'll buy another 390 and maybe a third one. Then Pretoria, Santiago del Cuba. It probably needs another one of these Sky Dancers. There we go. Franceville is still overcrowded. And I don't know. I may have to put like a train down. I mean, I could just bump these up again. What's the step up above that? This. How about an 890 Clipper? Or a Velocis? Let's go with the Clipper. Let's see. Velocis, Clipper. The Clipper looks like it'll make more money. So we'll go with the Clipper. And Porto Novo wants to go to Lome. Has a direct path. Probably they downgraded the buses, my guess. All right, let's put this up. Halti. There we go. Gonaives wants to go to Santo Domingo. Has a direct path. There we go. Halti it is. Add another one in there. Orlando is still overcrowded. Has a direct path. Let's click on this. What if we buy another Halti? Now, the other thing we could do is Orlando to Jacksonville. We could do a train on this, maybe. By rail. There we go. Now, London is the new city. Okay. So we're way up in my home country of Canada. Now, London itself wants to go to Sarnia. We can do that with the Halti. Here we go. Put a couple down. London probably wants to go to Chatham is my guess. Yep. So we can also do that with a Halti. Put a couple of them down. Now, Cucuta to Medellin is struggling. Wonder if that's just simply too long. Okay, let's upgrade them all to a Halti. And maybe we just have to do like airplane or something. Let's go a 390 transporter. Put a couple of them down. Porto Novo to Lome. We could buy another Halti. We have to. We could always put a train down. Barcelona from Toulouse. Okay, well, we need to upgrade these Haltis. There we go. That maybe will help. Lida wants to go to Barcelona. Has a direct path, but they probably dumb down the buses. And we definitely need many more buses. And another bus. And go 4 buses. How about that? Now, as far as the countries that we might have missed, I simply don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure what else we could have possibly missed here. I don't think there's Northern Ireland. Wales doesn't exist in this game, I don't think. I don't know. Toulouse, is it still struggling to get to Barcelona? It looks like it might be. We could do maybe air. How about that? What if we go a 390? Maybe that will help. Does that kind of take some pressure off? It should. It really should, but I don't know if it does or not. So right now we have about 555 buses. We have 30 trains. We still have trains we can't even get, actually. They have 3,100 planes and 500 boats. So if I zoom out, we've got quite a lot of action going on. You see a lot of sparkling. It's kind of too bad we couldn't see the lines directly. Would be kind of neat. And so we have every country that I know of, but this thing still says unlock a new country. So clearly there's something somewhere that I've missed that I'm not fully clued in on what I might have missed. So new city it's like Vietnam, I think. In Liang. So if we click down to Vietnam, Liang, where is it? It should be somewhere up by Hanoi. Let's see, add city, Liang. I'm sure it was Liang. Well, I don't know. It's going to show up, I guess, when it gets overcrowded. So, Cucuta de Ciudad Guiana. Okay, we'll bump all these up to 390s. There we go. That was enough. Now, Toulouse is still having a hard time getting to Barcelona. Let's upgrade this to 545s and let's buy another one. Maybe that will finally help us out. We're almost at the end of April, almost about to flip into May. And we're really close to hitting this 500,000. I don't think we're quite going to get there. Guatemala's overcrowded since Tepeque. We need that to be way better vehicles and more of them. Oh, we did hit that. Oh, we did. Look at that. Nice. So now we hit Intermodal Empire and we're working on Worldwide Enterprise. So Toulouse. Still having a hard time getting to Barcelona. Like, it's really, really struggling. We're making a ton of money off this. Let's add another plane in. Let's see if we can get this opened up. Cities have grown. Okay, so we flipped over into May 1st. Toulouse is still being stubborn. We're doing pretty good. Our income is almost 3 billion. Company valuation of 52 billion. I'm going to have to like dig out a globe or something and figure out what country I've missed. We are going to click on Palau here. I finally found a list of countries like I've been growling about. We're going to put this hub in here. Nagurlumud, it wants to go to Bandar Seri Segawani. So we're going to go with a little bit better of an airplane on this. The Area 500, I think, will be good enough. 3 of them down. Also, Palau wants to go to Palikir, and we'll do the same thing. We'll put the Area 500 down, a couple of them. I finally found this list, and if we keep going down through this list, Tuvalu. Let's look at Tuvalu here. Tuvalu is right here. Finally. There we go. Now, Funafuti wants to go to Yeren or South Tarawa, I guess. We can go there with a 390. Now, they also want to go to Yeren, which can also be a 390. Put that down. Now, Toulouse is still overcrowded. I think we may need to upgrade these airplanes here from the 545 to maybe the Clipper. There we go. Now we have everything. So see, there's no more countries added. If you ever have that problem, go in this country list and that's where you can find them. It's kind of like cheating, but I did try the hard way. I just finally gave up. I had a feeling they were in the ocean somewhere. I just couldn't find them.